Welcome to the Team Solemn Circus live video. Today we're going to be doing a Despia deck profile. I'm really excited for this deck because I'm going to be playing, this is like a final version of the branded from scratch. This is a Bystial as well as branded and Despia, obviously. Now they all go together, they're all part of the Albaz lore. And this is going to include a side deck because it is from a tournament. So yeah, let's dive in. So we're starting off with the 3 Alubers. These are just your branding cards. Is there anything else you want to say? He comes back as well. A lot of the time he'll be banishing off Mirror Jade. We all know this deck. We've seen it lots of times. We are playing the 2 Albaz. I don't think you need more than 2. 3 can be kind of bricky, especially with the new fusion that's coming out. You might want to bump it up to 3 because you can also play Cartesia as well as fusion deployment, which is kind of cool. We're not playing that just yet. We're even not even playing Cartesia right now. And then we are playing for the Despia cards. We are playing the 2 Tragedy and the 1 Ad Libitum. Tragedy is insane. You'll search for your, normally your Ad Libitum or maybe even your Luber here for follow-up. Just being able to like activate this. I think this card is extremely underrated. I know a lot of people stop playing it, but this card to me is just bonkers. You know, summon an active Mirror Jade and you'll use the effect, as well as it gets even effective to banish, so you can play under Shifter. Just pretty much great. You don't play the Dramaturge anymore, because the negate is not that huge, but if you are playing versus Sprite or for something like that, it can come up, so definitely worth it. And then we're playing like the 3rd Albaz. It's not really Albaz. We're not playing the High Spirit, but this being able to send the Retribution is still good. Being able to like search back your stuff and just is great. And then we are playing 3 more Albaz, but in the form of Magnemut. Pizza Hut's one of the most craziest cards. It's why it's like $18 for the super. This card's great. Search for all your dragons, including Albaz. Then we are playing the 2 Druisworm. You can 100% bump this up to 3. I know a lot of people who are playing 3 of these. I didn't really want to brick. That's why I'm also playing 2 Serenir. I know a lot of people play like it's 3-2 or 3-3-1. Pardon my voice there. I just find that a lot of time, like, you want to see this. If you're seeing this card, like, this card actually does stuff in Bystials. It does it for branded as well, due to the fact that you can dump some of your spell cards and just get advantage off that. Retribution is just an insane card. And you don't want to brick on multiple of these. Like, seeing 3 or seeing 2 Druisworms in hand is just not good. You just don't really need it. And then we are playing the 2 Lubellion as well. Being able to search for your stuff is kind of crazy. Searching for Bystials, wow. You can play 1 if you're on a budget, but I don't recommend to. We are playing the 2 Edgem Chain. We are playing the Patchwork Engine, so it's a requirement. It's still a pretty good card, and it is a better card with the Dramaturge, but we're unfortunately just not playing it. And then we are playing, this is a little bit of a spice. We are playing the 3 Bell. You want to protect your cards from being banished, so you have to be able to activate Bell, and it pretty much always comes up, especially with Bystials in the format. You want to be able to stop your opponent. Let's say you have a branded red you want to activate, and your opponent chains a Bystial. You can chain the ghost spell to negate, and your branded red will go through. So it's just kind of a control, and it can also be offensive when you want to stop some of your opponent's stuff as well. And then we are playing for the spells. You're playing the 3 branded fusions. You're playing a branded deck, so obviously you're playing 3 branded fusions. And you're playing the 3 branded openings. Card still crazy good. I think you could cut this down to 2 if you wanted to, but we're still playing 3. And then we are playing the 1 branded in red, as well as the 1 regained. This card's kind of crazy, to be honest. It gets you a lot of advantage being able to draw and just being able to put back some banished stuff. I really like this card. I wish that we got this a little bit sooner. I'm not playing branded Lost because I find that card's pretty slow right now, and granted it is good because your opponents can't really like chain some of their stuff. I just find it's not really needed right now, but it definitely most likely will go into the deck once we get the stuff from Photon Hypernova, due to the fact that Cashier is just kind of crazy. Then for the other engines, we are playing the 2 Frepper Patricks because we are playing the Patchwork Engine, as well as the 2 Super Polys because you need something to search off Patchwork. For another non-engine card, we are also playing the 2 Triple Side Talents. You do not need 3 of these, so that's why we are only playing 2. I don't really know what else to say. Take your opponent's cards are pretty crazy. You could replace this with a with Shifter in the main if you'd like, but we're trying out the tactics because that's what works for us in other decks. So we're going to try it out today. And then for the trap cards, we are playing the branded Banishment here. Still very, very good. And we are playing the branded Beast. This card's absolutely insane. If you play any kind of Bystials, you know it. And then we are playing the Retribution because you're able to send it off of the Cernier or the Albion, and it just goes crazy. So I actually really like Beast. Beast effect, just to be able to pop stuff all the time is just pretty crazy. And then for the extra deck, we are playing the 2 Mirror Jades. This is very, very standard. No need to explain that. Same thing with the 2 Lubellion. We are playing 3 Albion. This is 100% cuttable to 2 if you'd like, but we're playing the 3. We're playing the 1 Albalentus. This card's absolutely insane. If you're playing versus the mirror match stuff, if you're gonna be playing against like random, like just random like decks that end on Bystial stuff like that, being able to just diffuse away, just instant contacts, just crazy, and you can just go for a lot of attacks with your own because you can just summon out Bystials and then just gains attack for the number of attacks. So if you have a field of like 2 Bystials and your opponent has 2 Bystials, it just goes hard. As well as the dragon matchup is just so free with this card. So nice Borreload Savage you have. Set 1 card. They have response. Then we're playing the other Despia card. We are playing the 2 Masquerade. And we are playing the Quiritus. Quiritus is still good. I can't find my Ultra, so I have to play with the Secret Rare. And then Tax Dragon, we all know this just wins the flu matchup on its own. Then we are playing also the 1 Guardian Chimera. Card's still extremely, extremely good. We're just playing it for that reason. I can't really explain Guardian Chimera. Card's cracked. Then we're playing the 1 Drago Stapelia because it's still very, very good. And that's why Tier is still playing it. Just very, very, very good. Then we are playing the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This might seem a little bit odd due to the fact that we aren't playing Super Poly in the main. We are playing Super Poly in the side, as well as being able to go over like huge monsters during like being able to activate like let's say Psychic Hand Punisher is not in the format, but it can come up during especially our locals. We have some Sword Soul players, so we'll go over big monsters like that and just gain the attack and stuff. This comes up a lot, and it's not actually that bad of a monster. Also very good against David. Shout out to David Speedroids. And then for the last card in the extra deck, we are playing the 1 Dark. We're testing it out. This is mostly just to like steal a Magnemite from your opponent and then get its effect. We're just testing it out right now. I don't think it's going to stay, but Dark's just such an insane card. You have to play it. Now for the side deck. This deck is, may not be the law, but that's what we're playing. We have a lot of Sword Soul locals, so we are playing the 3 Nib, as well as it can hurt Kashtira, it can hurt Dragon Link. It can hurt this deck if you're not playing properly, and it just hurts like Goatee, for example. Shout out to you, Todd, for that. And Earth Machines, because, yeah, have a rock Earth Machines. Then we are also playing the 3 Dimension Shifter. It's almost like Tier is the best deck of the format, and we want to combat that. So, Tier it is. Then we are playing the Retribution Expulsion package. The Raza Stifle is our choice. We do not have an Edo or whatever it's called, so we're playing the Raza Stifle instead. You do not want to side this in when you're playing against a Bystial deck, which is why it's in the side. 100% cuttable. We're just doing it because it's an option. And then we are playing the Necroworld package because there is some flu Earth Machines, and what else does that hurts? I guess it can hurt Tier, so we can also do that there. Good luck summoning out I guess Cacalis is fine. Good luck summoning out some of the bigger monsters and using their fusion stuff. They can go into Cacalis and Rukalos, and I believe that's it. And then we are also playing the 3 Lightning Storms. Cards, very, very good. Also, this is good against Dark Worlds. Lightning Storms going second, just fine. And we're playing the 2 Super Polys. If I had to cut something, I would probably cut this for a second or a third Super Poly if I like Super Poly, and then I'd go for this for a second Zombie World. Because, someone's just going to be able to pop it and be able to summon out a second one. It's very, very good. And if you don't like the Super Polymerizations, you could also go for Evenly Matched. we should have lots of options going second. I wanted to use the Super Polys as well as the branded Expulsion and Raw's Disciple as a kind of going first option for when we do lose a die roll and we lose the first match, even though we shouldn't. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. I'll be gladly able to help and answer any questions that you guys have. And you're going to see some of Despia deck profiles throughout the week. Or not Despia deck profiles, Despia duels during the week. And stay tuned for Brandon on a Budget Season 2.